Hi everyone, welcome to second episode of Money Management for Employees. And today we'll talk about side hustle. Let us call in our host. Yeah, this is strange. I need to call in host.
Yeah, this is weird. Ideally, I believe, Naveen, what we should do is I should be on the show first and I should then bring you in.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Maybe you were hustling while we were talking.
you bet I hustle a
Yes.
lot.
So I'll give you. Let's kickstart. Suppose you are you are talking to me on this webinar, booking my slot,
Mhm.
and I'm doing something else on my phone.
Ah, well, that's what kids
Sorry,
do on the dining table.
I was writing an article, right? I was
Yeah.
writing. Okay. Now you say we are here. Yeah,
Yeah, we have. I need your attention. Come on, man.
yeah, correct. So let's start. Shoot your question.
Yeah, so today's an interesting topic, right? We are talking about side hustles, and let me ask you the very first and an interesting question to start. That what is it in the very first place? What is a side hustle anyway?
Okay. So, like I said, you booked my time, okay,
Hmm.
for this webinar. Doesn't matter, it's free, it's paid, whatsoever. So, you booked my time, right? And I am doing something else during that time.
Yeah.
So I may call it side hustle. Like I was writing an article, but you booked my time. So basically, side hustle is doing something else while you are mainstreaming doing performing some duties. So we are always booked. If you see as a person, we are always booked, like except our job, which we intend to do because we were told since childhood that better become a better employee. We were never told to how to be a good employer, right? How to be a good entrepreneur or a businessman or employee, job provider, right? We were never told about those things. But we will talk on this show in coming seminar webinars. But let's talk about side hustle. So, for example, you go to your normal job, whatsoever your business, whatsoever you do, and you come home and you find some 1 hour, half an hour, some innate tendency to do something else, right? You think that this is the 1 hour you can start some performing arts like dance, music, join some band in the evening. You can join karate, you can join fitness training club, start running as well, um, or you can start reading some technical articles. You can start writing blogs. We all do MVPs. So first thing for MVPs, which were recently selected for CSharpCorner. Yeah, good job. And then you feel like, why can't I earn money out of it, right?
Hmm.
Because
Yep.
now we are financial literacy, we are learning it how to create lots of revenue streams for us. So side hustle, we gave it side hustle, that's a mainstream earning stream, and then there's a side hustle. It could be renting your home for A and B, for Airbnb for weekend, and then you can go visit your parents, you can go visit your friends during, or you can go out of town. So basically, renting your room can, uh, pay for your weekend vacation. So this is all side hustle. What No matter what you do from the earned income, but that is a uh, earning something out of it.
Hmm.
So this is just side hustle. So
Yeah.
you can do lots of things to earn money, except your main job or profession or business. Even if your dad has a shop, he expects you to sit there for 8 hours or 10 hours,
My
and
goodness.
after 10 hours you are free to do, you find some 1 hour 2 hour every day, and you say, oh, why don't I develop my skills or join some you know club, writing club, training club, gym trainings, running club, anything.
Hmm.
So, That is
So,
side hustle.
so a side hustle. That's a very good explanation, right? And I have a candid question coming up from my end. So side hustle doesn't actually mean making money from what I do, right? That isn't a
No.
side hustle.
So basically, when you start earning financially, you get stuck with it and you develop more and more.
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen in my ecosystem the people who were doing these side hustles, those side hustles became their main earning source, main revenue stream.
Mm-hmm.
And their job, their business, whatsoever primarily they were doing, because they were told to do so,
Mm-hmm.
they those streams stayed there just as an alternate stream. But because side hustle was something they loved, they liked it,
Mm-hmm.
it was their innate capability of doing that, and they polished those skills to generate income. So that is what. So side hustle, finding a right opportunity for side hustle will tell you how to find it. It's very important. So side hustle generally bring happiness with money.
Oh, that's good. Now, when you say money, I have a quick question coming up on that end. Is how does it actually contribute to my money management goals?
Okay, so in last session we learned, right? No one taught us how to. We were just told to become an employee, get a good decent job, get married, have kids, send them to costly school, and in that rat race we got stuck. So basically the idea of money management is become money minded, master your money. It's not like becoming mean with the money, but spend it wisely, earn it wisely, and invest it wisely. So investment part is like the later part of these series, when we'll actually start investing and reaping the benefits. But so far, let's learn these all small ideas of how to accumulate the earning first, right? How
Mm-hmm.
to generate income. Money will not appear on just a click of button or something. You are not building a unless you are building a WhatsApp and selling it to Facebook, but money will not appear somewhere. It You have to generate it, you have to work hard for it. Everyone did. So this is it. uh, and having side hustle because you love it, because you love the idea, concept behind it. It's like starting a small scale startup for you.
Wow, that's a good way to put up,
Yeah,
right? Starting a small startup while you were at the job,
yeah, small scale
and
industry you call
yeah,
it.
and
Yeah,
I really connect when I mean when you say you take your passions, you do it on your free time, and then it eventually becomes big. And the reason I can relate to this is because as a C Sharp Corner contributor, I used to make videos for C Sharp Corner. I used to publish videos over there, and one day Mahesh was like, "You have been doing great. Why don't you just join on board?" So I 100% relate with you. And now here's a question that everyone would like to know, right? I mean, is it actually legal to do a job or a side hustle while I'm
right.
at a full-time job at some other place?
It's a very complicated question, and the answers could be different for different scenarios. For example, if you work in IT company, because we all did work in IT
Yeah,
company, so there you sign an NDA, right?
yeah.
The NDA is you will not post anything about the company's products and services or client names or anything, any reference to that on social media. But the knowledge you are acquiring over there, you can create some similar examples, and you may find it good to share the idea of, you brainstorm some idea within your office with your colleagues, and you solve some problem. Now you know how to work on that problem,
Mm-hmm.
so you want to share it with the larger audience, but this could be an IPR for the company. So if you share it as a side hustle, maybe you are doing blogging, right? Technology
Mm-hmm.
blogging, or you are coaching, you are training kids somewhere, maybe free of cost. But the moment you share it, you become in conflict with the
Oh.
contract you signed with the company. So it's a very thin line in between. So you have to be very cautious what you do, what do you sign for, what are the outcome of whatever you are sharing. Are you sharing the something very proprietary, something very intrinsic to your organization where you work or where you are employee, not a director at least. So at least, so this is the idea to creating a fine line between what is in the company's interest and what is in your interest. So you cannot share any conflicting information. But for example, over you worked in AI for the company, and over the
Hmm.
years you accumulated some knowledge, and you try to jot down as a book, and you get this book published. But just before get this book published, you can write a email to your legal department, like, I am getting this book published, do you see any conflict of interest? And generally they don't interfere in that, because book is a book, right? Until unless you have named some customers, some proprietary technologies that may demean the customers, that may give some internal information of the customer. For example, I say I was working for X and X FMCG company, and they were using this particular software for years, and it was not updated. No one worked on it, our company held it. So this is not the right way to put it. Just put the knowledge in the book, like, what is the ecosystem? For example, you have SAP guy, so what does the SAP ecosystem look like? What are the how the industries are using this particular feature, something like that. So it has to be polished. So legal department will look at that way. They will review the pre-published copy, and then they will give their remarks. You have to answer those remarks, satisfy them, and then get it published. And even they don't bother whatsoever money you earn out of it, because you
Hmm.
have written it. um, and you can have the money. But no one becomes rich by selling books, so that is
No,
for sure.
you know better.
you, you can become rich after reading the books. That's
Yeah,
other way. So you can become rich by reading the books, but you cannot become rich after selling the books, until unless you are some fiction writer or something. But
yeah.
anyway, coming back to the point, uh, yes, your side hustle may go into conflict with your primary employer or secondary employer. So always take their legal department's note before you do anything. But there are few things very common. For example, if you are in job, you work as a developer, in the evening you are teaching maths and physics to some kids, right? So
Hmm.
it is not a conflict. So you
Oh.
don't have to take that permission. In case you are helping your father, your uncle at their grocery store after your work, it's okay. So we all know that what can go in conflict, what not. But every organization runs some specific videos about this, so which can be a conflict of interest in business with the company, and then you can get to know what can I do and what I can't do. So this is it.
Oh, that was on the spot. Now, while side hustle sounds very exciting and you really love doing it, what you just said is you have to be very careful and
Yes.
just go ahead and talk to your legal team or maybe your manager if they don't have mind. Usually they won't, as
Generally,
you suggest.
managers, you can talk to managers, but
Hmm.
when you do side hustle,
Hmm.
manager will, it's a
Say no.
different, he will say, okay, he has a free time.
Ah,
He's my
yes, that's a
slave.
very good
He's my slave, right?
suggestion. I am never going to do that now.
Yes. So that's it. So because there is a people angle to it. There's a human
Yeah.
factor, and your manager may be earning 10 times of your salary,
Hmm.
and he might be managing 30, 40 people. But if one guy taking 1/10 of his salary comes to him and goes to him and tell him that I have this 1 hour, post my work hours, I'm spending 1 hour writing a book or doing some blog or something. So you say, oh, he has enough free time. Let's give him the three guys job. Yeah. So
Uh,
well, that's a human nature. We have to be very
yeah, I'm
smart
with
in
you.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good feedback. There's a lot of learning that has already happened in past 15 minutes. So Naveen, I'm gonna quickly move to the next session. All that this sounds very exciting, right? But how do I or anyone can get started with side hustle?
Okay, now this is the core of side hustling. What do you like most? You write three things on a paper. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to start side hustle, uh, and it is not about what will make you money. It's what do you like most, right? You like gardening. I'll tell you how gardening, knowing the gardening can help you. Okay. So say you know you love gardening. You had in your parental home or somewhere you had lots of trees and flowers, and you know what are the seasonal flowers, and you have that innate, or you maybe hail from the village area, and you know what type of harvests are there, what are the uh, what are the gaps in that. For example, uh, how much urea or other
Yeah.
pesticides or some
Fertilizers, yeah.
plant food you give, so you can calculate it better now, right? Maybe your father forefathers were wasting it, doing extra to the soil, and in the core soil was becoming more and more less fertile. So this is something you can do analysis, right? So, and once you have done, you can start reading about it, start learning about it, and then you can start writing a blog. And
Mm-hmm.
lots of people who are living alone in the cities, they love plants. They keep one pot, few pots, 5, 10 pots of the plants. You can teach them how to, make your plant healthy. So, for example, there is an application called Blossom, and
Mm-hmm.
you install that app. You scan your, leaf of your plant, and it will tell you if it's healthy or not.
Wow.
And what does it need? It needs more water, or it has a excess of water, or it needs less light, more light, whatsoever. So this is the idea, right? So one hobby can generate ample opportunities for you,
Mm-hmm.
and that is where the mentor kicks in. Mentor can help you there. Okay, you go, two things, you do this, and then you will start getting some revenue, then you invest further into the other areas. So write down your hobbies, and then discuss around your friends, discuss around your mentors if you have, and then they will guide you where to start, like which one to pick first,
Mm-hmm.
and
That
then
that
grow
makes,
it. So simply
yeah.
grow it. So, and then you will see ample monetization opportunities with that, if whatever you pick. So
Mm-hmm.
writing, you know that you can become translator, you can become a language tutor, you can become, a product reviewer. It could be language products. You can become a reviewer of papers, PhD papers, research articles. So the ample opportunities are there. You just have to find your innate ability, like what exactly you can do for long, and you will be still be happy. So
Mm-hmm.
first thing is, what makes you happy?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it could be cooking. Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you live alone, it could be cooking. You maybe have a idea of building, cooking some special recipe, or making a special cup of tea. For example, I know we had in my last organization, there was a guy. Whenever he will go inside, he will bring a special cup of tea for me, and we
Wow.
will say, why it tastes like coffee, but it is not coffee, it's tea. So he used to call it gupchup. So what will he do is, he would just put a dash of coffee in the tea,
In the
right?
tea.
And it gives a different aroma altogether. So you know y- you can start doing these things. There are no limit to the opportunities that can come your way if you find your what do you love. So that's it.
All right, I see many folks joining us from LinkedIn. And just in case you've joined us now, today's topic is side hustle and what is legal about it. And talking today is Naveen. He does this live show or a webinar, you can call it, every alternate week. And today's topic is about the side hustle. And if you all have any questions, you can drop it in the comments, and we'll just pick it from here. And I know, Naveen, we are running a little over time. If if we continue with this pace, I'm going to ask you one final question from my end, and that is, do you have any ideas or pointers that will help us to kickstart our side hustle?
So I
I know.
just gave
Mhm.
one idea, gardening,
Yeah.
another idea, writing skills. Uh, I can expand it, like if you if you have time, you can start delivering products in your area, right?
Oh.
So I know in India there is a taboo in the mindset, like I am a .NET developer. Why would I supply food?
Good luck
But
with that.
when you live outside India, those threads, those that you cut down automatically. And even delivering food for say a couple of hours, 2 hours a daily, you can earn like 50 euro something every day. So it's a decent income. And at the end, it matters how much you invest, how much you earn, how much you invest further. And that is your net worth, right? Improving your net worth. That was the whole idea of learning all this stuff. So no opportunity is bad. You
Mhm.
can start creating your own sandwich, fresh sandwich, and just start your cloud kitchen, that I deliver these sandwich or I sell from my home. I make these sandwich from 6 to 8 p.m. every day. And you just write few blogs, catch some influencers, they will local influencers, they will talk about your sandwich, how good is it, and then you can write the health benefit of those sandwiches, and then there you go, boom.
Yeah. And one idea I can put in with my 2 cents is go ahead and
Yeah.
create videos, right? Even
Yes.
that can make you act as a side hustle.
Basically video again, the type of content you share, it may
Yeah.
conflict with your
Yes, it
employment.
does. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
So because when we speak on the public or live platform, we never get to know what is the extent of, because we are not innate speakers, we are
Yeah.
not professional speakers. So people get emotional, they tend
Mm,
to vent out feelings which are stuffed
yeah.
inside. so
You're
so
right. Yeah.
so
You're picking up my mistakes in the live stream. That's good.
I have done mine as well. So everyone has,
Uh,
but it's always good to learn from others' mistake, because
yeah.
it's very costly to commit our own mistakes and learn, personal learning. So
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the wise people learn from others' mistake rather than learning from their own. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm definitely with you. So, Naveen, I think we are reaching towards the end of this show and the webinar. Any final thing you want to plug in before we end, or maybe talk about what the next session is going to be about?
okay. So whenever we plan for next webinar, in comments
Mm-hmm.
we would like to hear how many of you have thought about starting side hustle,
Mm-hmm.
and just put what is the side hustle you want to start, and then we will create a plan for you.
Oh, that's good. That would be good to do it in
Yeah.
the live stream. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very good
So
idea.
yes, and then we'll create live plan, or I can create offline plans for you, and then let's see how does it go for you.
Maybe you get a chance to go to Shark Tank. That project gets so big.
Yeah. Who needs a Shark Tank, right? We are like C Sharp Tank. It's a Sharp Tank.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't
Yeah.
mind
Yeah.
a sharp tank just for the
Yeah.
CSharpCorner members or
Yeah.
MVPs.
Yeah.
All right, Naveen, that was absolutely great show. Today's show was about side hustle. Thank you so much, everyone who has joined. We'll see in about a couple of weeks. You'll find all the videos on CSharpCorner
Yeah.
website and follow
So
Naveen.
oh, this side,
Yeah,
financial
yeah,
literacy with,
this way with
yeah,
Naveen,
Simon and
right?
Naveen. Yeah.
With financial literacy with Naveen. Follow Naveen on LinkedIn and also on C Sharp Corner to stay updated with the upcoming episodes. Until then, take good care of yourself and have a nice weekend. Bye bye,
Thank
Naveen. Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye bye.